Can I just say right off the bat, or ask a
missing a
question
button.
right off the bat?
I'm missing a button.
You always have this shirt with the missing button. There's literally like 2 or 3 shirts that was bought like that.
I got 2. One's dirty, and then I got this one. And I wore this one yesterday underneath a hoodie. And today was too warm to wear a hoodie.
It was so warm today.
And I lost a button. This is the shirt. I just ripped it off my body
your body.
My body.
Oh my God.
I just ripped it off
your body.
I showed my flesh.
You're ridiculous. Anyway, okay. Hello, Randy.
Hello, everybody. Sorry we didn't have a video last night. We
didn't.
Not intoxicated. We were unincorporated. Yeah. So it was a late night coming back from the Amish, and it was a great visit up there. And so I got back a little late. That's all.
And it was a great visit. And I know a lot of you that are here on YouTube also go to our Facebook page.
Yawning.
Go to our Facebook page, and Randy and I both, and Randy will say something about it too, but we just want to send out our deepest condolences to the Amish community because Marvin lost his father.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Marvin is what's unique because I got to meet Marvin back in the summer, and he's I think he's probably in his late 30s. Okay. Maybe. And he's got the most beautiful family, kids. Aww. Just like you look at them, they're like all pretty. They're all like pretty, you know. And 14 kids.
Listen, and kids to me don't look pretty after a while.
He got 14 kids, and his dad was 78, I believe, and he had cancer. And I got to meet his dad, and so I go to the house, and everybody's been very welcoming to me. They have allowed me to come into their home. Yes. I've sat with them. We laughed together. We've worked together, and guys are really cool. I mean, I think they're comfortable. I'm comfortable around them, and so I was at Marvin. I got to meet his dad, and they got this huge diesel engine out in their workshop, like their barn, right? Now these guys build everything. All their barns are white. They use the white metal, and they get a workshop for that. And they got a workshop. They take cattle, they take calves, and they wean them off. They bottle feed them, and wean them off because they were just born. So they'll take them to a certain age and then truck them out of here. But he does that for extra money. Plus he does remodeling in Lexington. And so anyway, I got to meet his dad, and his dad had this big, huge diesel engine out there, and it had this drive shaft that went under the ground in the shop, and then it had these pulley systems coming up out of the ground, and each pulley system run a machine, from their table saw to a lathe to a band saw to a chop saw, and all of them had these pulleys coming off to run the machines. I thought that was just really cool. And I got to meet his dad, and his dad took horseshoes, and he would put grit on the bottom of the horseshoes. He would weld these pieces of spiked metal under the horseshoes, and so he would sell them to the Amish because they needed them to go down the pavement. On the pavement. So the horses wouldn't skid, Yeah. So I looked over at his grandson. His grandson was 16. Yeah. And he had just brought me there on a horse and buggy. and we were going down this hill, and at the bottom of this hill was this curve going around like that. And I was like, good God, man, we were bucking. That horse would go click-lock, 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 click-lock.
Clip-clop, clip-clop.
Yeah, and I couldn't say it fast enough. Anyway, we were going down around that thing, and I thought, oh, man, I can see that horse, just the legs coming out from under it, and us flipping and going, and, man, he went, yeah, and he was just getting on that. And now I knew why he didn't skid is because he had them horseshoes on, and they were gripping into the concrete, Wow. So it was cool. I like seeing them.
Well, it's funny, too, is a friend of mine and I, we went to Mackinac Island last year in May, and the whole place is a horse place. Yeah. Everything to do with horses. I did not know that. I didn't know anything about it, but they have the stables and everything. And anyway, there was a horse that actually they had some type of a wreck, and it was on the ground, and they had to get it back up, and it was a big ordeal. But they keep the shoes and keep everything constantly maintenance because there's no cars on Mackinac Island. It's all, they don't have any of that stuff. So everything's done like the Amish. Yeah. Well, very similar.
Yeah. That's their main source. Yeah. It's just neat. The carriages, so the grandfather, he built carriages. So yesterday, we had an opportunity to kind of be invited to the wake.
Yes.
And so Marvin's dad had actually built his own casket that he was in, and that was just kind of unique. And they had I don't think they mind me telling, but they actually took the clock that was on the wall.
Yes.
And they positioned the time at the time he died.
Yeah.
And they had that in there, and there was nothing else in the house, in the room.
It was just very simple and very sweet.
Very
it was
simple
very
and plain.
We just want to say that was just an honor that they even let us come in and be a part of that.
Pouring the rain, and
yeah.
we ran David to the store and come back. But
David is so funny.
Yep.
David is very funny, and what's good about David is that David will actually, I got to ask several questions because I'm just curious.
Yeah.
And he's so nice and so just obliging to
talk
answer.
To you and carry on about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he'd laugh at me and Randy, and oh my gosh, it was funny. So we had a good time.
So we take David wants to go to the Save-A-Lot. He said, well, you go to Save-A-Lot, we got to get some crackers and bread and stuff for the funeral, for the big meal. They have over 500 people eating, and they said they needed some more stuff. I said, yeah, we'll run to the store. So I run into the store. He goes into Save-A-Lot, and we're in this rental car. And so I'm in the back. I'm trying to find the door handles and everything. I pop open the back hatch, and I'm cleaning out the back, and I see David coming out. He's digging out all his stuff out of his cart.
Yeah.
So I go up to David, and I start grabbing the bags, and the guy looks back at me, and it wasn't David.
It wasn't David.
Oh, he had his hat on. He had the blue suit on and everything. That wasn't David. He goes,
it was another Amish guy.
I said, whoa, sorry, man. I thought you were David. And so I just took it. I was like, well, David. David Gerard is, Marvin's dad passed away. And it was, oh, yeah, I know, it's okay, and stuff. Amanda was horse laughing at me.
We were dying laughing.
So then David come out, and we filled everything up and took off. But
well, I noticed he came out because David is a quick person. He jumped out of the car and was going, and we're talking, he wasn't in there no more than 3 minutes. And I'm like, and then he came out, and I was like, wow, David
he had
shopped.
10 bags.
Exactly, every bit of 10 bags. And then when it wasn't David, that was super funny. So, yeah. But anyway.
So we took David to the store, but it was a good visit. And
it was a good visit.
And I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be an awesome opportunity up there for them and for us to work together. And I know we've been doing this for almost, we're going on 2 years.
2 years.
And it has exploded up there because we have dedicated our energies in that direction. We've got a supervisor living up there right now. Took a tiny home in an RV park about a mile down the road, so David's living there. They're bringing on 3 or 4 new crews. They're going to be assisting the crews that already know how to build. So they're going to work. So it's almost like we got 4 supervisors up there.
Yes.
These 4 are going to come and work with these 4 and get trained in what they need. And then they're going to go out on their own. And then there's more people coming in. We're hoping we can get in there and do that again so we can really maximize the workforce up there.
They're really excited and very committed. I know they commented on Randy had a great big meeting up there and took all of his guys, his main guys here, and they were really excited. So they're really anxious to get going on these homes.
Their lifestyle is groomed around home businesses because they don't have the cars and trucks to move and go to a job, so they would love to work at home. So my partnership that I come up with just happens to cater to that lifestyle.
Fits perfect.
And it's wow. In my mind, and I apologize for this because I don't know what I do know why, but I'd never get whatever I do, it's not quick enough. And I feel like I'm always behind. So like with this opportunity, the partnerships and the Amish, I've been doing this now for a couple years of partnerships, and it takes a unique person to want to be a partnership. Then it takes training, and it takes time, and then it takes the inventory and the organization of it, and all that takes time, especially when you don't have a full staff that you can put in charge of that and go over the minute details and keep track of all that. It's just, so what I've done is I've realized that the Amish have the ability, they have the tools in which to invest in our partnership program. And meaning that their frame of mind, their work ethic, their style of living, and their religiousness actually caters to what we do.
Yeah.
I told them, I said, I might as well be Amish. The only thing I don't have is, I got electricity and running water in my house, And And I don't really go anywhere. I mean, I hardly ever go anywhere except for the store or something like that to get some food, but I'm always here, like at home, you know. And so anyway, I'm excited about that, and it takes time. And so I get to where I'm like, ugh, I would like to have, I want it on now. When I first started it up there, I wanted this then. But because we had so much going on here, I didn't have the time to invest, and I thought they're just going to be a regular partnership. They can learn to build, and they'll build a house and that. But when I first started, I knew that all that they had to offer could be, but it was going to take time to build that relationship.
Well, and
to build trust in us.
One of the things that happened too, and on their part, they were not able to stay here the length that really needed to be to stay. So we had to do a lot of training. You know, what am I trying to say?
Yeah. The experience.
Exactly. They had to do training from here
Yeah.
while they're there. So that's very difficult, we found out.
Yeah, especially when, you know, they've never ran electrical and plumbing.
Right.
And so that had to be a big learning curve. So a lot of the homes that came, they were done, had to come here and we had to finish
Long
up.
distance, that's what I was trying to think of. When doing that long distance, the training long distance, that's very hard.
And then they didn't have the ability to communicate with us.
Right.
Through text and phone and FaceTime and everything.
Emails,
so
that was a challenge.
Big obstacle. So we think we've jumped through that, over that hurdle by going up there so many times.
Sure.
We've invested a lot of time and money up there. And so have they. And so with this, bond that we're creating with them and in getting into that community, I wanted to send our representative as a supervisor to live there, and I'm paying his salary to go around and keep track of any mistakes or any questions they may have, inventory they've got, anything that's going wrong. He can take pictures, videos. He can use the co-construct now because they can't. And so I don't mind to assist in that, because they're going to help us knock out all of these custom homes that we've got to build.
And just to kind of go over now, the Amish are just going to do wood-built or stick-built homes. They are not going to do ESP homes, correct?
Right. So we've got about 50 and 50. 50 homes ESP and 50 stick-built. So we're going to divide that up. And so we're thinking that all of the stick-built homes can be completed. Hopefully we're looking at about 6-7 months, all of them done. And same as the ESPs here, we're hoping to get those done. Hopefully it'll be a little bit quicker than that because they're a little bit easier to build.
Right.
But we can knock them out. As soon as those are knocked out, then we can start into our model homes, which I want to feature tonight's video on.
Yes, we're so excited about these.
Talking around it all, at the introduction. So, hey, if you're just watching this, hopefully you fast forward through all that, and now you're getting on to where it's all about.
Well, this is a build up to the models.
Yeah.
There's we couldn't have started the models last year.
Yeah.
We couldn't have started it 2 years ago. It's took us to now to come about.
It's timing, and it
is.
It's a style that I come up with over watching the homes being built, and I'm going to keep changing stuff. It's just the way I am.
Yes.
This style that I have here may last a short while and done. I've noticed a lot of companies in the tiny home industry, they learn to build a certain home and then they never change.
And they're stuck to it.
There's a lot of builders. I've never seen a change in their design at all.
Right.
And Lord, we've come out with the ESPs, we've come out with the Hobbits, come out with the Ocean Breeze.
We got the container homes, we got all kinds of stuff.
Everything. And now we are going to delve into the model industry, meaning that we're going to come out, I think we have 9-10 models, including the container, and they are model homes, and there are no changes. And we've already had emails from people, what if I want to move my windows? What if I want to put a different door? What if I want... And there's just not.
No.
And so I'm contemplating on a couple different things, is do we build these model homes and have them set up there for sale? Like on a lot, like you buy an RV or a car or a truck? Or do we take, and I'm always up to pre-selling, but in the same account that they are the model home and you buy just the model.
Right.
The problem that we have is that I don't have the time or money to build not all 10 homes, have them sitting out on a lot that we can photograph, do videos of them, decorate them, put them on beautiful videos on our website and show them to you.
Right.
So what you're going to see is me talking about them, drawing them on a chalkboard, and telling you this is the way it's going to look. And that's why I pulled this up tonight, and to show you what's inspired me in the new style of home that we're going to bring to you all.
Okay.
And I'm going to actually tell you some prices that we're looking at for these homes. I think you'll be amazed by what we're going to offer and what the style home is. Now, in saying that, Lowe's came here today. Lowe's representative came here today.
Hey, Dan.
And Dan has brought me some gloom and doom. And
I know.
He brought me some good news first, and then he gave me the gloom and doom. And
lowered the boom.
And he said, it's really hard. There are some things that are hard to come by. Some of the things are our electrical panel boxes and breakers and stuff that's hard to come by. But also, lumber is about to go through the roof. We're going to go back into plywood, and oriented strand board is looking to go to $50-$60 a sheet.
That is crazy.
We're looking at 2x6s, 2x8s are now $27-$29 a piece, where they used to be $7 and $8. So it's shooting up there again.
Wow.
Yeah, and so when I put these prices, I hope if it just goes bananas, we may have to change these prices. But right now, this is what I've come up with.
Yeah.
It's in a little bit of a futuristic, hopefully thinking. I've adjusted a little bit so we don't have to just change them every week. But anyway, I'm going to show you the prices. For
something that significant to change worldwide, that you have to make changes. You have to do price changes, and of course we'll let you know. But we keep an eye on it all the time. Tom's always on the wood, trying to.
Well, they're even mobile homes and everybody. They're all saying, you can buy it now, but there's going to be a increase in your price if in 30, 60 days you get a subject to under contracts. So I've been inspired by. It's called the California Craftsman Style Home. Now I know we've got a model called the Craftsman, okay, and the Craftsman is more of a carpenter's term, that it is a carpenter that built this. It's not just a block house that gets you a box. And I know most tiny homes are built like a box.
Yes.
They don't use a lot of sweeping overhangs. They don't use a lot of different types of pitches that would give you that home architectural style.
Right.
So what I want to show you is some of the homes that's inspired me. You can show them this one. That was the most plain one, but this right here. And see this swooping overhang here? Okay, so we're going to make our overhangs really big. We're going to make them, let's see, where's another one at? This one up here. See all the brackets underneath the overhang?
Oh, that's so pretty.
So we're going to add some brackets to them. We're also going to decorate the gables with some dental molding. And then I'm going to draw you one out and try to paint you a picture of what's...
Are you going to paint me a Birmingham?
I'm going to paint you a Birmingham. Now this house here...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can see here we've got these big overhangs, and it's got the V-groove underneath. This right here is your tongue and groove boards underneath here.
Okay.
But see these corbels we got up under here, all this. It's this little detail up in the peak.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Stuff like that we're looking at. Even in that fascia, it comes out just a little bit to give it some character.
Gives it some
underneath
dimension.
The window. And I don't know, I call that some dental molding going across right here.
I can see that.
Underneath this sill. And then also right up here is a frieze board. It's a great big frieze board. It's painted like dark blue, and then a light blue, and then a white. This is the look that I'm going for in our model homes.
Yes.
Also, you have the painted rafters that are extended out. All right? And that gives it that dimension. And see, a lot of them have got curved cuts. Something like that. You got a gable decorated end piece on this other home next door.
Beautiful.
Now, I found a home that I really fell in love with, a design. Are the pictures in here?
Yeah, they were.
No. Yep. Okay. So, and I can't find it again on the web, on the internet, but this one that we're going to call the Birmingham is really kind of, it takes everything that I've been talking about, and if you purchase the Birmingham, which is a big 10x34 home, it's going to incorporate everything that you can think of.
Yeah.
All right? So I'll get into the amenities. I don't know if we'll get into all this tonight. I don't want to keep you all night on this, and we're going to do another video tomorrow and throughout the week and next week.
Because it's about to go live on the website. We're working on it. Sam is working on the website, and we're working on the final details with the amenities and everything. So,
yeah. And once that's up, I just wished I had a model that physically you could look at. I'm looking at maybe talking to some people that we're going to be building some homes for.
Okay.
And if some of our customers that we've already sold a house to would like for us to incorporate some of these architectural features in their home, and that way if they do, then we can show you, hey, this is an exterior of a model home that we're going to do, you know. So this house here, I don't know if you can see that. It's a little modern, and I don't want it to look modern. And it was just because of the straight lines, the columns, and that, you know, the chimney and stuff makes it a little bit more modern than the one up on the screen. But this right here, I'm calling this, and I'm not an architect, but I call this kind of a cupola. It's a long cupola. Normally a cupola is real short, but this is a long cupola. It's got glass, all that. And how I visioned this in my mind when I looked at this picture, this glass is on this side and the other side, and then inside that cupola, the roof is gone inside this room underneath there. So when you look up inside that long dormer or cupola, and the indirect light brings light down into the room.
Beautiful.
And then this dormer has these big, long sweeping overhang. That's about a 3-foot overhang on each side. And then this one ties up underneath that dormer. Isn't that just cool? And then this is, of course, a reverse gable over here. What I'm doing is I'm incorporating this dormer in with this cupola into, we call the Birmingham. Okay. Hey, can I make you a little drawing?
Sure.
Let me do a little drawing. I know, didn't we do the Abingdon last night?
We did do the Abingdon the night before.
Abingdon is just a cottage, right? A small little cottage.
Style.
And I've got plans of building one for a customer here, and also got plans of maybe doing another one that's really compact and small, and you guys will get to see what that looks like.
Okay.
But in the Birmingham, you guys all know that I got a big, where's my marker at here? I like taking the, I don't know where my black marker is.
Look at that box over there. There should be some in there.
Had a black one. I must eat it. I just had it. Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Okay, so in the Birmingham, you know, I like big living rooms, and you don't ever get them in a tiny home, right? So I swap out sometimes a big kitchen or a big bathroom for the living room. But in the Birmingham, let me just draw this. And I'm sure this marker's just not going to have enough oomph to keep this thing going. So in the Birmingham, we're going to put a living room here. And then I put this bathroom here. And this is the bedroom. And almost all of our homes have a bedroom on the main floor. And then we've got this long kitchen. Now, you guys have probably seen this design because, excuse me, we designed this on a 10x30, a 10x20. We had like a 10x20 and had a bedroom in the back.
Sure.
It's kind of like that. But I put steps here. There's a wall here that goes across. This is a closet, right? Then you got your kitchen all here in your sink. This is going to be a farm style sink. You know, everybody's really liking our cooktops. But anyway, so you're going to go up some steps. This here's the bath, all right? So on the bathroom, that cupola up top is going to be, so if you will, if you're looking up, I'm cutting a hole out of the roof, right here. So, and really, it's probably going to run all the way to here.
The loft.
Yeah,
okay.
Right to there. So when you look up from your living room, bathroom, and the kitchen, all right, that's the bathroom wall. So if you're standing here in the kitchen, right here, you're going to look up inside that, and you're going to see these this glass inside this cupola. And you can actually look up and see glass inside this part of the cupola, and then this is kind of a roof, right? It's like this. And it's real long. And inside you got windows. And then the roof goes out. They're in my brain. When I start writing it, you guys see my brain, and I'm sorry I get you guys all confused. But you're gonna look up here, and you're gonna see this glass, indirect light, shining down in the living room and in the bathroom.
You can see that.
You can see that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So in the bathroom, in this bathroom, here's the doorway. You're going to walk in. This indirect light is shooting into the bathroom. I just think it's just so, and it's way up in the ceiling, and it's real pretty. So you're going to look up. So here's your vaulted ceiling, and then it's going to go like that, you know? And then here's that wall right here. So here's the kitchen, and here's the bathroom. You got a shower here. This light's going to shine inside, and this light's going to shine inside here. Isn't that neat? And of course, this wall will go up and divide, but you'll get to see, you'll get to see that light coming on each side. And here's your kitchen over here with the window, and you're standing here, looking up and having that light. So,
yeah. Okay.
And this is the cupola. And these are long overhangs. So I want this to be a big overhang because I don't want the sun shining in and creating the heat.
Yeah.
It's just indirect light. Then over this part is the bedroom. You're going to have another bedroom. Now this is going to be a little bit of a steep staircase. It's not going to be our normal 7.5-inch rise and run because you're not going to have that much room. You've got your kitchen and a hallway, and then these steps start right here and going up. But it's supposed to be an extra bedroom for this house. It's not a main bedroom. The main bedroom is down. So we're going to make this, and underneath there, of course, there's all kinds of closets. You got a washer and dryer. You got all your vanity. Everything in this bathroom is just a beautiful bathroom. We've got the floor plan is going to be on our website. But this is a full 10 by 34 home. And this dormer is going to have, of course, it's a double dormer front and back. And this dormer's got the 3-foot overhang, right? Swooping out over on each side. Windows in the front, windows in the back. And it's got that great big look that I'm wanting, that I just showed you on the California Craftsman style.
Right.
Now, on the gable architecture outside, we got these gables like this, right? That's normally what you have, okay. And then normally we have these little fascias, right? They'll come across, and you use a bird's box, and they called it. You come up, right? And that's you come down, and that's your home. Real crude. I wish I was more of an artist. But what I'm going to propose to do on these new homes is this, and this, hopefully I can paint this for you guys. We're going to come down, we're going to make big, wide fascias, like this, all the way down.
Yeah.
And then, instead of the siding running right to that, I'm going to put another freeze board, they call it, and it goes to here, right? And it's big and wide, like a 1x12. And so you can two-tone this color, and this protrudes out because this has got a 3-foot overhang. That's back up against the gable. And then we put our siding. Let me get my other pencil.
The houses are going to be very historical looking, but they're going to be new construction.
You got it.
Yeah.
So, and then on these sweeping overhangs, you got them corbel. I guess somebody told me
brackets,
corbel brackets on each one.
But they're wood, right?
Yeah, we're going to make them out of wood. And then I'll decorate this up.
It's hard. It's hard with these lights. See how I'm getting these lights right there?
Can you go to the angle or something? Maybe?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, I wonder if you could look up.
Yeah, let me see.
No.
No.
These lights are terrible.
I
can't even take a picture now because they're shining.
That next building is not going to have those like that. It'd drive me crazy.
And then I'll put, here's the one, remember the little dental mold?
Yes.
Across? Okay, everybody, what this does, and you're going to ask me, how in the world, Randy, can you build that for the price you're doing? I looked online of some competitors, and what I priced it at, I didn't look at them, I priced it, and boom, I brought theirs up. For what we're asking for like $54,000, they're base price, starting out, nothing like this, a box is $79.9.
I know. For real.
But I just like building.
Yeah.
So, anyway, they're going to have that dental
build
mold.
something beautiful.
And then this breaks it up. So look at this. Look at this texture. You got this kind of, I'm going to just call it a dental mold. Then you're going to cut this lap siding. Then you got this freeze board. Then you got this fascia. Then you got this corbels. And then you got this long overhang. And then, let's see, if you're going to go up, back, down, and this is your overhang. It's coming back here to this big dormer here. And this overhang goes way out, right?
Yeah.
And on this, you're going to have your overhang. Your stuff, you know? And then over here you got that, look at these markers just won't keep
markers
up.
And these lights are killing us.
Nobody can keep up, man.
Let's get a better marker and can I erase this? Erase that one. I can't see them as bad down on the bottom.
Yeah. And so, you know, you got windows, and then you've got that here going across. That's your other dormer, and then this. So you got a fascia coming across. It's tying in with that dormer here. Got somebody calling me. Anyway, I hope you guys can see this with this overhang. Let me erase that, right? And you guys, listen. You know what we're gonna do? I'm putting metal roofing, of course, on the dormers.
Yeah.
Like this. There'll be a metal roof on the cupola.
Okay.
You got these little windows, and that's the one with the light coming down inside. Actually, this will run into here, and you'll have a window up underneath there. And right here, I'm sorry, I don't know how to turn this new phone off. Okay, so, yeah, them little white dots, that's okay. So we're going to use the metal roofing here like I just drew on there, but we're also going to incorporate around all the dormers shingles. Now they're asphalt shingles, and we've never used asphalt shingles on a tiny home, but they're going to be architectural dimensional shingles, and I think it'll give it another texture that you guys will really love, and that'll come down on the flats, and it'll actually wrap around, right, the dormers. So you'll have, I wish I could, I'm getting in a hurry.
I think it's going to look great. The only reason why I kind of have an idea already is you built 3 sheds before we started doing tiny houses.
Yeah.
And you put shingles on them, and they looked great.
Yeah, and these, of course, I was just looking at, this is over, I'm trying to hurry up with you guys. This has got a big overhang swooping over the, and it's got a big fascia over that, and then underneath here, you got your siding and your trim around your windows. I'm trying to hurry up.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited about building this model home. And I know, listen, I know there's people that have any kind of business sense, and everybody, and you guys wanting a home, you're going to say, my goodness, Randy, just build the house first so we can see what it looks like. I'm sorry, I just can't. I've got, you know, all these custom homes that we're building for people, and we don't have the crew, and I wish I could physically go out and do this because I know what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And this is the way we've always had to run our business, is that these homes are model homes that are our next phase. All of our customs will be built and out and done, and we're trying to get them done within the next 6-7 months. Mm-hmm. These homes will start construction right after that, if we sell any. So what we want to do is sell them now and let you know that, because when we can start this, I can have these homes being built and have them completed. You know, you can have them, like if we start taking orders now, we're going to start construction in 6 months on these model homes.
Okay.
So in all reality, by the time this comes around in 6 months, with our Amish jumping on board, with our crews here, you know, we're going to be building the Incrediboxes, and I've got a whole crew set aside just for the Incrediboxes. But right now we're going to be doing all our ESPs and working that out. But we're going to have probably 4-5 crews building model homes here, and we're probably going to be up to about 8 to 10 homes up in Amish country. So this is February. We're looking at probably August. So we got August, September, November, December. That's 4 months. And we might be able to build, 15 homes a month. So that's 24, 50. We can do about 60 more homes of these models. Now that's approximate. If these ESPs get done quicker than we think, then we may jump on these sooner.
And you do think that.
We may jump on this sooner. We may jump on the stick builds for the Amish up here sooner. And you all know that construction can take a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. But the one thing that I want to, rest assured for you all is that we have purchased so many supplies. We've got 50 plus trailers out here. We've got hundreds of windows. We've got probably enough 2x joists to build almost 200 homes. We've just purchased another almost $30,000 worth of plywood today. We've ordered another $15,000 worth of framing. So
and two, I just want to add to that. Is that when we get your money, when we get your either deposit or we get your paid in full, we go ahead and purchase materials. Your house may not start for months, but we have to go ahead and purchase the materials. And just like what you were talking about with everything going up, we're purchasing everything left and right, so we can get it at the lower cost.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's going to help us when we start building these homes. It's going to help us keep at our prices that we're going to offer you.
Yeah. Okay.
So that particular home, a 10x34, it's a big house and all the amenities and everything. You're looking at starting at $92,000. Now, it's not going to start at it. That's just it.
Yeah.
That's the price. And we'll give you the list of amenities later on. So
that's just to give you a sneak peek of that one.
Sneak peek, 10x32 or 34.
34.
Now, we've got one that starts out at 38.4 or something like that. Same architectural features. And it's an 8x20. We got an 8x24. And then we jump up to a 10x20. And we got a couple designs, a couple 10x20 designs, and a couple 10x24 designs. And then we have a 40-foot container.
Yeah.
And all these prices, I don't have them right here. And we're going to give these to you tomorrow.
We're going to give them out.
So stay tuned. We'll tell you more. But they go from $38,000 to $92,000.
And that's not counting our Incrediboxes. It's a whole different line.
And Incrediboxes, we're starting at it, 20 grand.
My goodness. So we've got 20s, 30s, there'll be 40s, 50s,
60s,
and
70s, and jump.
So there is something for everybody's budget.
Yeah, and before I say goodbye for the night, just a really quick reason why we're going to the models, and you guys probably already know that we will know, and I've always known this. I've always known it. I just didn't want to take this route because we were scared we'd lose business, and we still might. You guys may not want anything to do with this. That's why I've thrown in these beautiful architectural features that I like. I think they cater to our demographics that we sell homes to. And the reason we go to models is because everything's set. The guys can learn how to build them efficiently. They know exactly how to build them. They don't have to think every time they get a new build. The materials are set. The labor's set. Everything is dried up, done. They can be built faster. Everything about it. And that's why almost every building company that builds regular homes, tiny homes, all of them, they don't build custom like we do. We're talking custom from like anything. Now, guys will take changes. And some people said, well, what if I want to move my windows here and I want to move my doors here? We can't do it. And I'm just going to stick to my guns and say, this is the house. This is where it all goes. And hopefully, because of our pricing, because of our quality, and because of our speed that we can get it to you, and those are three things. People say you can only do two of those. We're always trying to do the three, is that it'll justify anything change that you would have wanted in a home, but you'll go with it because we offer so much more in this house.
Yeah.
All right? So, all right, we'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to feature another model. Going to give you more prices, And hopefully we'll get with my my brother who's doing the website.
Yes.
By the end of the week, or I don't even want to say. We're doing our best. He's working day and night trying to get this website up. And actually what I do, we've got a video for every single one of these models.
Yes.
Of me talking, telling you how the house is built, what it's called, everything about the home. So I can just kind of walk you through it. So you can play that over and over and over. If you think, what did he say? What did he say? How did that lay out? And then I think I'm hoping it'll help you all when you come to decide to buy a house.
I think so too.
All right.
Okay.
Mandy's going to sleep.
I know. I'm so tired. We're both so tired. So.
See you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you back tomorrow. Look at Ace.
I'm just going to show him. I got to show.
He's found his new.
Yeah, his new place. He has. Look at this. He lays on the desk now. He just started it. He's a mess.
What do you call that? It's like his. What do you call a place? It's up high.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
I've lost.
We're too tired. We can't think.
My verbalology. My verbalology is gone.
Hey,
all right.
What do you think? You want to tell him night-night? Tell him night-night. Bye, buddy.
Night, buddy.